Hello, welcome to my personal experiences speech. For those who don't know me, my name is Iracema. I was born in Portugal, but I chose to define myself as African because my mother is African. So I don't get confused if you see me refer myself as African woman as well. Have you heard the phrase, the secret of change? It's to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Well, that's what I've done since I came to the United States. So, while in growing up, I had an opportunity to travel around the world, but just to visit and for fun. I was passionate, very passionate about different cultures, values, and historic landmarks. So in that time, I thought that I had good chances of adapting myself to a different culture if I had the chance um, to move to another country. Back in my hometown, I was a very good student. I had the best grades in my class, and I never felt to turn in any assignments. I was so good in any of the assignments I did that my classmates often called me the instructor's favorite kid. And let me tell you that I did like that nickname at that time. I thought that was cool. That was definitely very good for me. So, moving on. My wonderful parents' constant presence in my daily life experiences did contribute to my successful education achievements as well. My parents often checked my work and talked to my instructors to see how I was doing. In addition, I had time to go out and come back at home always before midnight. And you're right if you're thinking that I was like a prisoner, because that's exactly how I felt in that time. So, once I finished my high school, my parents decided to give me a present that consisted in studying in the US. So, there's when he came to the United States for education purposes. I remember that the first weeks I spent in this country, I was so excited. I enjoyed the facilities that I had to travel in between states by car or plane. I was so excited about I was so excited about the speaking English constantly with people I met around the U.S. For me so far, coming to U.S. was a dream come true. I had a high expectation about studying in this country because I thought that everything would be just like in Portugal. Very easy. But everything changed once classes started. I remember the first day of the class. I was lost on the number of the assignments I had to do in a short period of time. In addition, there was other things I had as a priority in life, like travel all of the town every Friday with friends and just for have fun. So, in a short period of time, I noticed that my grades were very low. Back in my hometown, Portugal, is when I was a very good student, and here in US I was just a careless student who was only interested in having fun rather than spend some time studying. So there's when I saw my final grades on the board, and that day I had a chance to remember every time my instructors emailed me to tell me about how concerned they were about my grades. I remember the second chance they gave me to turning in my assignments, and finally I remembered about the necessary things I did for fun and I could wait to do once I finished my assignments. So there's when I decided to set up a goal consistent in remembering the reason that made me come to US. So there's when I remember that I came to US for education purposes, not for traveling non-stop for unknown purposes besides fun. So there is when I establish new boundaries. I started by meeting new college friendships, that, like me, had the same goal: study before fun. By surrounding myself with the right people, I was able to think and act differently. Secondly, I started to manage I started to manage my time effectively. I started recording on my notepad daily important and unimportant things to do. And finally, by rewarding myself doing things that are beneficial to me, I start to attend career webinars, practice exercise, and want and just kind of go out when I need to or when I had to. In conclusion, I noticed that everything changed since I finally learned to manage my time effectively, in my life effectively. I was able to get my assignments back on track. I was able to finish my assignments on time. And most importantly, I was able to have more fun, but in this time, just before my assignments were all done. Thank you for watching.